Welcome guys, this is Jeff from the Watkins Tree Farm. How are you? I hope you're having a great day and this video finds you well. We just received our Christmas trees for the fall planting. So exciting. They delivered them in a Penske truck. I asked the guy why he's driving a Penske truck and he said that UPS is so busy they had to rent Penske trucks to keep up with the demand. So anyway, we are going to plant Christmas trees this weekend and I'm going to take you guys along. But before we move forward, I want to ask you guys to subscribe to the channel. That way you can keep up to date on what we're doing out here. Well guys, it's that time. We're getting ready to plant the trees, trying to get organized here, and the first thing I'm going to do is get the root dip started mixing it up. What is the root dip? Well, it's a coating, kind of a gel that you dip the roots in, and it kind of accelerates or gets the roots starting to grow and kind of gives them a head start when you put them in the ground. I'm using a Die Hard Echo root dip, and just really need one of these. It's 30 milliliters and I have about a little over 1.5–2 gallons of water in there, so I'm going to mix those up. The process we're going to try to do today is we're going to have our trees in the root dip, and then we're going to take one of these hose barbs, we're going to put it into the irrigation line, and then we're going to have one of these leads to the tree, and then we'll plant the tree. And my son should be getting mulch, and then we'll use the mulch to do the last deal, and then we'll just keep moving tree to tree. So today we'll be using the Dibble Bar, and it's a pretty simple tool. Basically 3/8 blade. It's got a foot bar on it and it's got the handle, and we'll just be putting it into the ground and moving it back and forth. Actually Evan will be doing that, he's volunteered, and it'll make a V-notch into the ground. The only thing we've got to be careful with today when we're planting the trees is that we keep the roots pointed down and we don't J-root them to where they grow up to the top. A couple things we did different this year. As you saw in previous videos, I tilled the ground to make it a little more softer for us to use the Dibble Bar. Last year it was quite challenging to go into the hard dirt with that Dibble Bar. And then another thing we're doing this year is we actually cut a 6-foot piece of wood, and we're going to do the spacing for the trees using that 6-foot board. So we're going to try those things different this year. Let's get started. So this is our Canaan fir. We ordered 25 of those to see how they do here in our ground in Kansas. And this is the first one. The next step would be a fertilizer tablet, but I didn't plan on shipping being so slow, and it won't be here for another 3 days. So we'll come in beside the trees. We're going to put those in next week. Grab another handful. welcome back. Day number 2, we're going to be planting the Scotch pines. Yesterday we planted the Canaan firs, and that's the fir that I talked to the guy up in the nursery, and we decided probably I had the best chance of growing here in Kansas on our property. So I ordered 25 of the Canaan firs, and that's what you saw us plant yesterday. It went fairly smooth. I think the part that we struggled with the most was the ground was super hard. I did work it with the rototiller, but I didn't work it as much as the ground we're working on today. So hopefully today goes a lot smoother, but we got those Canaan firs in the ground. I'm gonna be irrigating them and keeping an eye on them. Typically firs don't do well in Kansas, so we're gonna see how that goes. Today we're gonna be planting the Scotch pines. One thing different about today's Scotch pines than the ones I planted in the spring was these are +1s. The ones in the spring were in the seed bed, so they spread out a bunch of seeds and thousands come up, and then they pick them and they sell them. But for the ones that they don't sell, they put in the nursery +1 for another year. And as you can see, these Scotch +1s are quite a bit bigger that we're planting. And therefore I'll be gaining a year on waiting for the trees to mature, which means we can sell Christmas trees sooner. So we're gonna see how this goes. These trees were probably twice as much as the other ones, but I believe gaining a year is worth quite a bit. So I'm gonna take you along today and we'll see how these Scotch pines go. Let's do this. Like I said earlier in the day, rototilling that ground, spending a little more time, sped things up real well, and it went smooth. Really happy. Right now we have 11 trees left over, which is what I planned, and we're going to go throughout all these trees and fill in the dead trees. This is the first one. I'm going to have to go steal some dirt from over there. But that's what we're going to do right now. So today's been a great day. Everything's been going smooth. Everybody's helped. Just finishing up the dead trees among the trees I planted in the spring, and this is the last one, and we should be done. I thank you guys for tuning in, and glad you guys could spend this time with us planting in the fall. And if you like this video, hit the like button, and also I ask for your subscription. And thank you guys. You have a great day. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.